The worst has happened. Did you hear? Kunle married Mama Femi. A group of women clutched their basket, gasping. God forbid, one woman exclaims, crossing herself as if warding off an unseen evil. What kind of abomination is this? Mama Ireti, her voice dripping with disdain, hisses, a boy marrying his friend's mother? What nonsense is this world turning into? I wonder, oh Mama Ireti. These are the venoms the neighbors were spewing as Kunle walked hand in hand with Mama Femi, despite the stares burning into him. Mama Femi, a stunning woman in her late 40s, picks her steps as she walks with poise and elegance. The market freezes, and a hawker spills a tray of oranges as she gapes at the pair. Kunle meets their stares with a piercing gaze that dares them to speak. Mama Femi's expression was unreadable. She squeezes his hand gently as they stride through the crowd like two warriors marching into battle. This is a tale of forbidden bonds that defied tradition and judgment. In the heart of Ijebu City, a story unfolded that left tongues wagging. You see, Femi and Kunle have been friends since they were 3 years old. Although Kunle was the silent flame, but his best friend Femi was the wildfire. Wild, unpredictable, and unapologetically himself. Femi lived life on his own terms. Despite their differences, the two were inseparable. Femi's easygoing nature balanced Kunle's intensity, and Kunle's wisdom grounded Femi's recklessness. They were like brothers, bound not by blood, but by a shared history and an unspoken loyalty. The bond between the two best friends was unbreakable until now. And then there was Mama Femi, Femi's mother, the matriarch of the small household. She was a woman of quiet power with a presence that could silence a room. She had been a mother figure to both boys. Kunle often found solace in her home, a sanctuary where the burdens of his orphaned past felt lighter. Mama Femi was widowed at a young age. She had raised Femi alone while building a thriving fabric business. Her sharp wit and unflinching honesty made her a respected figure in Ijebu City, and her protective instincts extended beyond her son to Kunle, whom she treated like her own. Kunle and Femi's friendship, that had stood the test of time, was now at the heart of Ijebu City's greatest scandal. Kunle's backstory was both tragic and inspiring. Orphaned at a tender age, he was raised by his late uncle Samu, a stern but kind man who instilled in him a hunger for education and success. When his uncle passed, Kunle had been left with nothing but a drive to prove himself and the need for a family to call his home. One evening, the sky darkening over Ijebu City, heavy clouds rolled in, and the once vibrant marketplace scatters as vendors rush to secure their goods. Rain begins to fall in heavy sheets, drenching the red earth. Kunle, caught unprepared, dashes into Mama Femi's fabric shop. Inside the cozy shop, Mama Femi sits at her sewing machine, busy with a pattern on an intricate Ankara cloth. She looks up as Kunle enters, her lips curving with a welcoming smile. Kunle, my dear, she says, caught in the rain without an umbrella again, eh? You young men never learn. Kunle laughs. Shaking off the water, he said, it caught me by surprise, Mama. I thought I could outrun it. Mama Femi gestures to a chair beside her. Sit down before you catch a cold. The rain will soon pass. Kunle sinks into the chair, his usual easy confidence replaced by a pensive air. As Mama Femi continues her walk, their conversation begins light and casual, drifting from city gossip to Femi's latest antics. But as the rain intensifies, so does the depth of their talk. Finally, Kunle opens up. Mama, I have been feeling lost, he admits. Ever since my uncle passed, it's like the path I thought I was on has disappeared. I went to university, but now what? No one takes me seriously. No job offers, no clear future. Sometimes I wonder if all the struggle was even worth it. Mama Femi stops sewing. She looks at him and sets the fabric aside. She said, Kunle, life will always test you, especially someone like you. Smart, ambitious, but carrying the weight of the world on your shoulders is not the way to go. You have been through more than most your age, but you have come out stronger. Her words are like a balm, soothing yet stirring something deep within him. Kunle looks at her, really looks at her, not as the mother of his best friend or the city's respected fabric merchant, but as a woman who has faced her own battles and emerged unbroken. In that moment, she is no longer just Mama Femi. She is a beautiful and undeniably captivating woman. Femi gulped. Mama Femi continued, You've always been like a family to me. Her voice, gentle but firm. But you are a 27-year-old man now, Kunle. It's time to trust yourself, to see the what everyone else sees in you. Sometimes the answer you are looking for are closer than you think. Kunle feels a lump rise in his throat. He swallowed hard, nodding. Thank you, Mama, he says quietly. As the rain begins to let up, Kunle left. He carried the grain of something profound, something that will both change their lives forever. As days turned into weeks, Kunle's visit to Mama Femi's shop had become a routine. Kunle found himself spending more time with Mama Femi than usual. To the neighbors, it's nothing unusual, just the harmless young man helping out an elder who has always been a maternal figure to him. But to Kunle and Mama Femi, these moments are charged with an energy neither of them dares to name. Even Femi had no inkling of what has been happening at home. He thought nothing of it. Kunle has always been like a family member, his brother, so his visit to his house have been a normal part of their daily lives. One day, Femi joked as they walked home from a friend's party. Ha, my guy, Mama say you are now her second son, oh. Ha, Kunle laughed. However, Kunle knew his visit was more than checking on Mama Femi or about him helping her. His heart raced anytime Mama Femi laughs at his dry jokes. Even at night, he dreamt of her, not as the mother of his best friend, but as a woman who is warm and inviting. He tried to fight off the urge. However, his beating heart refused to budge when it comes to Mama Femi's matter. One late afternoon, Kunle carries a bag of rice into Mama Femi's shop, placing it carefully beside a shelf. He glanced at Mama Femi, who is busy folding freshly sewn wrappers. She looked at him and smiled. She said, You spoil me so much, Kunle. Kunle replied, You've done more for me than I could repay. Their days together are filled with moments like this, jokes that make them laugh until their sides hurt, quiet silence that feel oddly comfortable, and conversations that stretch long after the shop should have closed. Mama Femi, in return, notices the change in him. Kunle is no longer just the boy she used to feed jollof rice when he and Femi played football in her yard. He is a man now, strong, kind, and attentive in a way that stirs something deep within her, something she hasn't allowed herself feel since her husband passed. One evening, the city is plunged into darkness by a sudden power outage. The hum of generators filled the air. Mama Femi's shop remained cloaked in shadow. Kunle arrives as usual, carrying a flashlight. Mama Femi said, "You always come prepared. Someone has to look out for you." Kunle Mama replies. Femi lights a candle. As she moves to place it on the counter, her hand brushes against Kunle's. She freezes, the candle trembling lightly in her hand. The room feels smaller and the hair becomes thicker. Kunle turns to Mama Femi, his dark eyes locking onto hers. There is no mistaking the tension now. It's palpable, electrifying, and undeniable chemistry. "Mama," Kunle begins, his voice low and steady. "You've always told me to trust myself, to follow what's right. I can't keep pretending this doesn't." Mama Femi steps back slightly, shaking her head. "Kunle, this is wrong. What would people think? What would Femi think?" Her voice trembles, betraying the conflict raging inside her. But Kunle steps closer. "Is it though?" Kunle asked. "All my life, I have been told what's right and wrong, what I can and cannot do. But this feels real. I can't ignore that. And I don't think you can either." Tears wells up in Mama Femi's eyes as she struggles to speak, to push him away, to deny the truth in his words. But before she can, Kunle reaches for her hand. "I see you," he says. "Not as Femi's mother, not as the woman everyone in the city looks up to, but as you. And I can't help what I feel." Mama Femi closes her eyes, a single tear slipping down her cheek. When she opens them again, there was no fear nor hesitation. Against all odds, Kunle leans in, and their lips meet in a kiss that is both tender and filled with urgency of two souls finding solace in one another. The candle flickers wildly, its flames dancing as if in celebration of a forbidden bond that, for better or for worse, will change their lives forever. And so, a secret love affair begins. As days go by, Mama Femi starts glowing. She smiles even more and sometimes dances when she walks. 3 months later, Femi got a job at a brewery. To celebrate the win, he bought a love gold pendant chain for Mama Femi with his first salary. One evening, Femi walked in on his mother and Kunle hugging in the shop. He stormed out of his mother's shop, his face twisted in anger and disbelief. Rain begins to fall, mirroring the storm brewing in his heart. He said, "How could you betray me like this?" Leaving Mama Femi and Kunle standing in silence, their hands slowly slipping away. Femi ran into the street. He just wanted to disappear and wake up from this horrible nightmare. He could not believe what he had just witnessed. Later that evening, Femi was pacing furiously outside his electronic shop. His friends gathered around him, trying to calm him down. "You are overreacting," one of them says, but Femi snaps back. "Overreacting? My best friend and my mother? This isn't just betrayal, it's madness. I caught them together." Unaware of the mess he has just created, word spreads quickly, reaching every corner of Ijebu City. Market women abandon their wares to gossip. Young men shake their heads in disbelief, and children run home to share the scandal with their parents. By evening, the entire Ijebu City knew about their affairs. The community elders seated in a meeting, their faces etched with disapproval. Mama Ireti bursting. "This is an abomination. A young man marrying, colluding, kissing a woman old enough to be his mother. They have brought shame upon us all. Ayilala o." Baba Adeshote shuts Mama Ireti down. "Will you keep quiet, Amebo? What has Ayilala got to do with this matter? Tomorrow, we will summon them both and get to the root of this matter." The next day, Baba Ade, the eldest of his council elder, strokes his white beard thoughtfully before speaking. Tradition has been broken, and with it comes a curse. This is why we have called this meeting. The community center was filled with people. Kunle and Mama Femi stands at the center. One man shouts, Kunle, you are a disgrace to the youth. Is it money you are after? Sugar baby. Another woman wails, Mama Femi, you have no shame. You're supposed to set an example, not ruin our customs. Isn't Kunle your son's best friend, by the way? Mama Ireti stands on a stool for attention. She declares, Mark my words, this union will bring nothing but shame and disaster to all of us. We have come to the end of the part 1 of the story. The part 2 will be dropping on Sunday by 3 p.m. Make sure you don't miss it. Thank you so much for watching. See you on the next episode. Ó dàbọ̀ o.